She tried to say it casually, but I could see the stress in her eyes. So I made a decision that would destroy my life. You can stay in my spare room, I said, just for a month until you get back on your feet. Coley hugged me like I had saved her life. At that time, I thought I had. The first changes were small, almost flattering. She started buying clothes similar to mine. At first, she laughed about it. You have such a good style, she said. I'm just copying the master. I didn't mind. Then she asked about my skincare routine, my hairstylist, my makeup brand. Soon, she looked surprisingly similar to me. Friends had joked about it. You two could be sisters. We laughed, but something about the compliment lingered in the back of my mind. So, the problem started quietly. So quietly, I almost didn't notice. One afternoon, my boss called me during a team meeting. Great email you sent this morning, he said. I paused. What email? The one about the campaign revision. Coley sent it from your account. I froze. Coley? I never asked Coley to connect to my boss. When I confronted her, she laughed. You were sleeping and the email seemed urgent. She explained. I just helped out. I should have been angry, but the campaign actually improved after her suggestion. My boss even praised the changes, so I told myself it wasn't a big deal. That was my second mistake. A week later, I got sick, or at least I thought I was sick. That morning, Coley made me team. Within minutes, I felt extremely drowsy. Just rest, she said gently. I'll handle your Zoom meeting. Half asleep, I nodded. When I woke up hours later, Coley was smiling. The meeting went amazing, she said. The client loved the presentation. My stomach dropped. You did the presentation only because you needed rest. The next day, my boss messaged me. Elena, you were incredible yesterday. You seemed more confident than ever. But it wasn't me. It was Coley. Then, things started happening with my friends. My best friend Maya stopped replying to my messages. And after a cancelled dinner plan 3 times in a row. Finally, I asked Maya what was going on. Her response shocked me. Elena, you told me that you didn't want to see me anymore. I stared at the text message she sent as proof. The message came from my number, but I never sent it. Then I showed Coley. She frowned. That's strange, she said. Are you sure you didn't send it? I felt confused. Had I sent it while half asleep? Had I forgotten? For the first time, I began doubting myself. Then Coley started dating someone. His name was Daniel. And the moment I saw him, my heart sank. He was someone I had quietly liked for months. But I confronted Coley. She looked surprised. You told me you weren't interested in him, she said. I remember clearly. Her voice softened. Elena, you've been forgetting this lately. Her word echoed in my mind, long after the conversation ended. One night, while Coley was out, I went into her room. I wasn't proud of it, but something felt wrong. Inside my closet, I found a locked drawer. After forcing it open, my blood ran cold. Inside there were documents, my documents, copies of my birth certificate, photocopies of my passport, and pages filled with my signature over and over again. Practiced, perfected. That was the moment I realized Coley wasn't just copying my life, she was studying it. The next day, I decided it was over. Coley had to leave. I printed an eviction notice and prepared to confront her. But when I arrived at home that evening, my key didn't work. The lock had been changed. Confused, I knocked on the door and then the police arrived. A neighbor had called them. Coley stepped aside calmly, dressed exactly like me. Same hairstyle, same clothes. She handed the police officer a document, a restraining order against me. This woman is my unstable roommate, Coley explained. She has been harassing me for weeks. I stared in disbelief. This is my apartment, I shouted. But inside the house, the photos had changed. Pictures of Coley filled the frame. Photos of me were gone. The officer looked at me suspiciously. Ma'am, you need to leave the property. My heart was racing. This is my home. Coley signed sadly. See what I'll be dealing with, she told the officer. She's obsessed with me. Within few minutes, I was standing on the sidewalk, watching a stranger live my life. It got worse, much worse. My bank account was empty. My passwords no longer work. My job account locked me out. I checked social media using a bona phone. There were photos of Elena attending meetings, laughing with co-workers, living my life. But the woman in those photos was Coley. I spent weeks in a cheap hotel, watching my identity disappear, watching Coley become me. Eventually, I stopped crying and started digging. If Coley has stolen my life, she must have stolen someone else first. After weeks of searching public record, I found her real name. It wasn't Coley, and I wasn't the first victim. 3 years earlier, another woman had accused her of identity theft. That woman was now in a psychiatric hospital. No one believed her, just like me, no one believed me. So I made a decision. I wasn't getting my life back the normal way. I need to think like Coley. One night, I snuck back into my apartment. It was easy. I still knew every security blind spot. Coley was in the living room, working on my laptop. When she saw me, she smiled. You figured it out faster than the last one, she said. Why? I demanded. Coley leaned back in the chair. You had a perfect life, she said, but you were bored with it. She gestured around the apartment. I'm actually doing something with it. Then she said something chilling. You should be thanking me. In that moment, I understood something. I couldn't beat Cooley as Elena, but I could destroy her as Elena. Using the laptop, I leaked confidential company financial crime, committed a massive digital fraud, and left Cooley fingerprints all over everything because the world believed she was Elena. 2 weeks later, the police arrested Cooley. But here is the irony. She has spent a long time proving she wasn't Elena. She has spent so much time proving she was Elena that the law treated her like Elena. The charges, the crimes, the identity all belong to the name she forged to steal. As for me, I disappeared. New city, new job, new identity. Ironically, I took Cooley's old name. Sometimes I look in the mirror and didn't see Elena. I didn't see Cooley. I see a stranger. But one thing I know for sure, be careful who you trust because some people don't want to be your friend. They want to be you. If you enjoyed this story, comment below. Have you ever had a friend who tried to copy everything you did? Sometimes that's the red flag. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or follow my channel. Bye bye.